help you, madam?
Yes, I think I'll take this tree. It's pretty. How much is it?
$3.
Okay.
I'll have your change for you.
Thank you.
Mele Kalikimaka. What the heck is that?
Mele Kalikimaka. That's Merry Christmas in Hawaiian.
Well, isn't that a strange way of putting it, miss?
Well, you see, when the missionaries gave the Hawaiian people their written language, they left out the R's, S's, and T's. Without those letters, the closest the Hawaiians can come to saying Merry Christmas is Mele Kalikimaka.
Your change, madam.
Oh, thank you.
And your treat.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Mele Kalikimaka.
Mele Kalikimaka. How do you like that?
What a crowd. Boy, you have to fight your way through the stores. People are buying Christmas presents like mad.
I hope you didn't buy me anything.
Or me. I'm not giving presents to anybody.
Or me. I give nothing to nobody, and I expect nothing from nobody.
Well, that's an expression of good holiday cheer. Aren't you going to open your Christmas cards?
Why don't you take them home? Hang them on your tree.
Don't you even want to know who they're from?
There's nothing for me anyway. Who sends Christmas cards to leg men?
Well, I'm saving them for Paul. When he gets back to town, he'll want to see them.
You do that.
What's the matter with you two?
Why don't you go away and leave us alone?
Far, far away, where we can't see the sweetness and light.
Now, just because you haven't sold a story in months, and the finance company repossessed your car, that's no reason to be down on the whole world at Christmas time.
Christmas is for suckers.
Look, boss, while you've been making like reckless with the office supplies, my mighty brain has been working.
That's a change.
I have figured out a way how we'll never again have to spend Christmas like this, but never.
Never?
Never. How would you like to open the mail instead of finding Christmas cards and bills, find a nice big fat check, an annuity?
You know something? That would help ease the pain.
Can't you picture yourself before the fireside counting a great big stack of Uncle Sam's currency?
That I can see. Tell me how I get there.
Look, write a Christmas story. A great big glob of sentimental slush. A tearjerker that will tear at the heartstrings of all America and make everybody glad Christmas comes. Sell it to a magazine, and by popular demand, they print it every year.
And every year they pay for it all over again.
Which will bring us a very Merry Christmas indeed.
That it will, indeed.
You two make me sick.
Sick about what?
Well, you talk about Christmas like it's no good for anything but making money.
What else is Christmas good for but making money?
What else? That's the one day when family and friends get together and show their love for each other. It's the one time when everybody gives instead of takes. I know that means nothing to you two sophisticates, but it's mighty important to the rest of the world.
Do you tell her, or do I?
You.
Look you around, young lady. Gaze you upon the shop windows. Give ear to the criers of wares in the marketplace. If you had an ounce of sense in your beautiful cotton-picking head, you will observe that Christmas is nothing but a billion-dollar hoax thrust upon a gullible public.
Other people get their share of the loot. Why shouldn't we get ours?
Yeah. Poor starving author and his loyal helper.
You're hopeless.
Look, boss. It was my idea to write the story. Now, you're the writer. You tell me what the story's about.
What's the greatest tearjerker of them all? Hey, I got it. We base it upon A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens.
Good old Charlie, huh? Ebenezer Scrooge.
Freshen it up a bit by moving it to the sands of Waikiki.
Not bad. Good old English plum pudding under a willy-willy tree.
If we're gonna steal, we might as well steal from the greatest.
That's the answer. You can't steal from cheap writers.
Not this time. To the library we go.
To swipe the greatest Christmas story ever told.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Once upon a time, of all the good days of the year, upon a Christmas Eve, old Scrooge sat busy in his counting house. It was cold, bleak, biting, foggy weather. His face had begun to wear the signs of care and avarice. If I could work my will, said Scrooge, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled in his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart. Listen to this ending. And it was always said of Scrooge that he knew how to keep Christmas well.
And so, as Tiny Tim observed, God bless us, everyone.
That's it.
That is, without a doubt, the biggest hunk of sentimental goop I've ever heard. Hearts and flowers, all stops out. The nerve of that guy. First, he says, Tiny Tim dies, so it breaks your heart. And then he says, Tiny Tim did not die, so you start crying all over again.
Careful what you say, buddy. Charlie Dickens picked up $1 million for this.
If he can end up a plum pudding oozing with sugar, so can we.
Well, the formula's simple enough. It's based on the idea that no matter how much of a rat a man is, he's got a soft spot someplace in his heart.
And the more of a rat he is, the bigger the spot.
And the way we transform him, we use Christmas to make him see the light.
We shame him into it like Charlie did with Scrooge.
All we've got to do is find a local Scrooge, somebody we can save. And he'll play the whole thing out for us. Then we won't have to do any work at all. Just remember what happened, write it down on paper, and send it in.
The pen is mightier than the sword, lighter than a shovel.
Read that description of Scrooge.